Welcome back to Soda City Live. Grab your ticket and claim your seat for Workshop Theater's latest production, Harvey. The decades-old stage play and comedy runs this week and has everything from unusual friendships to life lessons and a 6-foot, 3.5-inch white rabbit. But the problem is, there's only one person who can see him. Joining us here with more is the director, Bakari, and one of the actors, John. And we're going to dive right into this. We're so excited to have you and for you to tell us about this.
Of course,
We're
thanks for having us.
excited.
Yeah.
Okay, so first and foremost, Elwood P. Dowd.
Yes.
That is pretty much the main character.
Oh,
Yeah. Elwood P. Dowd is our protagonist and problem point.
Yeah. He's a tricky guy.
But not as tricky. You know, when I first heard the description of this play, I was like, oh, it's going to be a kid. But then I did more research, and I was like, oh, so he's an older guy. So tell us a little bit more about our protagonist without giving too much away.
He's very childlike, but I
Yeah.
would say that like his biggest trait in the play is that he wants to constantly be at the bars. So
Yeah.
he's always trying to go out to the
Trying to get
bars.
some drinks with friends.
Yeah.
You know?
And his very best friend is a 6.5-ish foot tall white rabbit named Harvey that maybe only he can see.
I have to ask. I asked this off camera, and I want to ask it again so you guys can hear the answer. I said, are we going to see this rabbit, or are you going to gaslight everybody? Because when you look in the playbook, you don't. It's like everyone is pictured except for this one person. So
They didn't run that by us,
I was like,
and I looked at
have
it.
to know.
That's true. We didn't get final. We didn't get final cut on that.
So I
this
checked-
isn't the final. This isn't
No,
final.
it is.
That's
We
the
just
final
didn't know.
cut. I
Yeah.
didn't get to
We didn't
have a
sign
final
off,
say
so-
on my bio, and then I
Oh,
looked
okay.
and I was like, Harvey.
So Harvey I don't think the photograph was taken. I don't think Harvey was there when we took photos.
I know they just put
Oh.
a blank
Sorry,
picture.
I'm-
You know.
you missed
Okay.
out.
All right. Well, John, tell us about the character you portray.
All right, so I play Dr. Lyman Sanderson. He is one of the main doctors in the
Yeah.
show. He's not the head of Chumley's Rest,
Yeah.
the name of the sanitarium, but
He's like
yeah,
the up-and-coming.
he's the up and coming guy who gets into a bit of trouble when he meets Elwood and his sister Vita.
Yeah.
There's a little confusion there, and that
Okay.
kind of sparks a
little
lot of the
Well,
conflict.
we can share
More than a little confusion.
We can share a description without giving away too much.
Yeah.
So tell us, because I know people are probably like, white rabbit, this giant rabbit that could probably play in the NBA. Then there's this guy who can only see him. He has a sister, the doctor. Like, how do they all come together? How do they all connect?
Well, yeah, I mean, at the
yeah,
start,
sure,
like,
that's-
well, yeah, Elwood, is driving his family crazy because he's like, oh, hello, everybody. Hello, all of my family friends. I see this rabbit. And they're
And
like,
he introduces
okay.
every family member or every family friend to the white rabbit. And his sister and niece are getting sick of it.
yeah.
Oh,
So
I
they're
can
like,
only
take him to the sanitarium. And then I meet the sister.
Yeah.
He's the doc.
Yeah.
She's a little, she's pretty passionate about getting Elwood committed there. And I'm kind of like, okay,
Committed to the
she's a little
commitment.
crazy. So,
So he believes that she's the one that needs to be committed.
Oh, you think it's genetic? All right.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. Well, Bakari, I have to ask you as a director, I know this is a play that was written in the early 1940s.
Yeah.
How do you put a modern twist or spin on it, or do you try to keep it, to the book?
I think
as
give it
possible?
like flavorings, right? Like
Yeah.
you spice it up a little bit. I think it's so well known because it's like a Pulitzer Prize winning
Yeah.
play. It's I know the movie from 1950 won an Oscar
Yeah.
or two, so I think it's like well known enough, at least to some people. I know like
Yeah.
older audiences for sure come in excited. That we were able to like throw some
yeah.
modern bits in. Like I've
Yeah.
placed it in 1950 just because I think 1944 is fine, but I'm like I think we could still get some of the
Yeah.
general themes across.
Yeah.
And
Understood.
a lot of the themes match up. So a lot of the themes are kind of like 1944 coming off post World War II. We want to have fun. We want to smile. There's a little bit of like
Yeah.
like trying to find out what's fun and what's good about people. And I think we come down to kind of being a pleasant person at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's something that you don't have to pay to do.
Yeah, and this
yeah.
this play, it seems very well rounded because you have the comedic aspect and then you also have this heartfelt aspect. What is
Yeah.
the message that you hope that folks leave this production experiencing?
I want people to leave going at thinking that, hey, we're not all so different, for one thing.
Yeah.
we are not all so different. And you never know what anybody else is going through, so
Yeah.
maybe you should start with kindness and be a little more accepting and be a little more compassionate.
Yeah.
I think he has a line, Elwood, where he's like, my mom said you can always be either smart or pleasant. I was
Ooh.
smart for a long time. I
Now I
prefer
choose-
being pleasant.
yeah.
And
I love that. I think
Yeah.
that's something everyone can take away.
I agree.
Even,
Yeah,
even if they don't get a chance to see it, and you should.
You should.
And how can they get their tickets? Because this is running until
It runs
Saturday?
through Sunday.
Through Sunday.
Through
Okay.
Sunday. Wednesday through Saturday, 8 p.m. and Sunday at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Tickets are available either online at workshoptheaterofsc.com or at the box office via telephone or in person. What's the phone number?
And we have the details right there
I
on
was
the
gonna
full
say,
screen. So we'll read it off there. So right now, again, running through Sunday, 8 p.m. For those shows, Wednesday through Thursday, correct?
Wednesday through Saturday.
Through Saturday, and then Sundays at 3.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. And all the details are right there on the screen, including ticket prices. We'll have these details on our website, sodacitylive.com. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Is there anything else you'd like our viewers to know before they purchase their tickets? Or maybe even afterwards?
Afterwards, I would say during the intermissions, stick around and maybe try meeting a new friend. Try and make a new friend.
yeah.
Be inspired by the play.
Yeah.
Be pleasant.
Be pleasant. I love it. Well, I hope that you are watching, whoever's watching, that you are being pleasant as well. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more. And again, these details can be found online.